Good morning, I'm Jacqueline Matter. It is 4 a.m. on this Tuesday, August 11th. Thanks for starting your morning with us right here on Fox 5 and streaming on Fox Local. Here's what's happening today. Summer now over and thousands of students in Stafford County are headed back to school today. We're live in the drop-off line with what parents need to know. Plus, as your kids head out the door this morning, tell them to keep that umbrella close. We're tracking more soggy weather headed your way, including the potential for more thunderstorms. What you need to know before heading to the bus stop. And it's been 1 year since President Trump deployed the National Guard to the streets of D.C. But is the city any safer? We're taking a look 1 year later. Fox 5 Morning at 4 a.m. starts right now. Good morning. Thanks for joining us here at 4 a.m. Glad to have you here with us. And really, Taylor, the big story of the day are those storms that came moving in last night, late afternoon, I should say. I know when I saw those clouds rolling in, I was like, OK, time to take the dog out, get back in. Yes. And then it just started downpouring.
Downpouring. We had some high wind across the area and certainly some damage as well. So that's all coming in early this morning. Heads up, it does look like most of the area has cleared out from those storms. So that severe weather threat is over. However, it's going to be another hot and humid day. We could see some storms pop up again this afternoon, but the activity looks to be less widespread, but could still be severe. So we'll talk more about that. Plus, look ahead to that 7-day coming up. Jacqueline?
All right, Taylor, we'll talk to you then. Like we said, it is back to school this morning in Stafford County, Virginia, but not for everyone just yet. Today is what the school system calls Transition Day, a day to give some of the youngest students and those moving into middle and high school a chance to get settled before everyone returns back tomorrow. Our Maureen Ume live in Fredericksburg this morning with a look at what is ahead. Maureen, good morning.
Good morning. So yeah, it's quiet now, but in just a few hours, the hallways of this brand new high school, Hartwood High School, they're going to be buzzing with students. And the excitement is going to be obviously off the chart because this is a brand new school. And that's what today's really all about, the excitement here. Pre-K, kindergarten, 6th and 9th graders, they're going to get the schools to themselves today. It'll be a chance for them to find their classrooms. That's what this transition day is all about, finding their classrooms, meeting their teachers, figuring out where they're going without the entire student body here. Hartwood High is one of 3 new schools opening in Stafford County this year, along with Falls Run and Crow's Nest elementary schools. Hartwood alone was built for nearly 22,000 students, 2,200 students. And its opening also comes as new school boundaries take effect across the county. Throughout the morning, we're going to take you inside this brand new school. We're going to talk with the people who prepared it for today, opening day, and also look at some of the changes students and parents will see this year, including new mental health support and a new program that's designed to get students thinking about college and careers as early as 3rd grade. Then none, of course, will be here when the first students arrive and become the first generation of Hartwood High Stallions is what they're called. So that's what's happening here. Again, all quiet this morning, but in just a few, we're going to have a lot of kids coming here. But keep in mind, this is actually transition day, as you said, Jacqueline. School doesn't begin for everybody in Stafford County until tomorrow, but nonetheless, we're giving you this preview. We'll be talking to some principals and some school officials and kind of giving you a sense of what to expect as the school year gets underway here in Stafford County. That's the latest. I'll send it back to you in the studio.
All right, Maureen, we certainly know it's going to get pretty rowdy there this morning as all those kids head back to school, and the excitement continues to grow this morning. And as more school districts in the DMV do head back to class, we want to see your child's first day of school pictures. You can scan that QR code there that you see right there on your screen. We're going to be sharing them all morning long. So Stafford County, Spotsylvania County, you are up now. We had Culpeper last week as we continue to roll out these back-to-school photos. Well, it has now been 1 year since the landing of National Guard troops in Washington, D.C. Free D.C. held 11 events to mark that anniversary, including one at Franklin Park. The U.S. Marshal Service reporting the Safe and Beautiful Task Force has led to 16,000 arrests. Meanwhile, Free D.C. says the surge has impacted those who live on the streets of D.C. without a home.
When the occupation first started about a year ago, there was an announcement from the administration that they were going to clear a lot of encampments across the city in the name of making the city safer and more beautiful. But it doesn't, clearing an encampment, while it's not new, there was a big push for it then. It doesn't make the people that they're clearing any safer because they said the goal was to get people off the streets, but people don't disappear if you clear them.
Free DC plans to hold another event at what used to be Black Lives Matter Plaza later today. A pretty big cleanup currently underway for parts of our region this morning. This is a look at some of the damage from last night's powerful storm that brought down several trees and knocked out power to many homes, including in Montgomery County, which was one of the hardest hit areas. A massive tree came crashing directly into a house on West Cedar Lane in Bethesda. You see it there, trapping people inside and also starting an indoor fire. First responders say when that tree fell into the house, it caused an electrical outlet to catch fire. A man named John Edwards was sitting right inside of the room when that tree hit. He tells us his wife was downstairs with two workers at the exact moment of the impact.
When it hit, I was like right next to it, so it was like, felt like a bomb. You know, it was big.
You're okay now, though?
Yeah, I'm okay. It didn't hit me. It just hit the house right next to me.
Now, that was not the only incident. Just 8 miles down the road in Rockville, Maxim Lane is where a tree fell on a porch and trapped a man there. No one was seriously injured in either of those incidents. But Taylor, big story, as we mentioned, those storms, they came rolling in. They were pretty powerful as they made their way through the DMV. Yeah. I know we've got storms in the forecast again today. Yeah. Is it going to be much of what we saw yesterday? A little lighter, a little less, more people affected, less people affected? How's it looking?
Yeah, I think everything you just said, a little lighter, a little less, a little bit of less people affected as well, but we're still going to have the same risk for that elevated severe weather. So here's where we are right now. We're off to a quiet start, so that severe weather risk from last night has come to an end. It's pretty humid out there, and temperatures are currently in the upper 60s to low 70s. So another hot and humid seasonal day ahead. In addition to that, looks like things are quiet for now, but you can tell we have a lot of activity off towards our north and west. So we'll watch that closely. I'm not going to rule out maybe a shower for the next couple of hours for this morning, but generally speaking, we'll hold off that severe weather risk until we get into the afternoon. So here's how today shapes up. It won't be completely sunny, but we will have the high humidity around. Temperatures should get into the upper 70s around 9 a.m., mid 80s by noon. By 5 p.m., we're talking upper 80s with maybe a storm passing by. So again, have your rain gear handy for today. Again, we could see something at any point in time, but that severe weather risk should be into the afternoon. Jacqueline?
Taylor, thank you. Taking a look at the roads this morning for the first time here. We are looking at Wilson Boulevard east and westbound in Arlington this morning. There are some fallen power lines there, so there are some closed roads between North Manchester Street and North Larimore Street. So keep that in mind as you are headed across the DMV this morning. This obviously being in Arlington, but it's possible there could be some down power lines across the region due to those storms yesterday. So just be careful as you are out on your morning commute this morning. In D.C., a community safety walk is happening tonight in the Shaw neighborhood. It was postponed yesterday due to the weather. That walk is hosted by city officials in response to recent shootings in a now viral video of an attempted robbery at Shaw Skate Park. That walk kicks off at 6 p.m. at 7th and R Streets in Northwest. Construction underway in the nation's capital for the first ever IndyCar race in D.C. Workers building grandstands and welding down manhole covers along Pennsylvania Avenue for the Freedom 250 Grand Prix on August 22nd and 23rd. Indy cars will be hitting speeds topping 180 miles per hour against the backdrop of the U.S. Capitol and National Mall. Road closures in the area are already in effect. And a reminder, you can catch all the excitement when the Freedom 250 Grand Prix races into town right here on Fox 5 and our Fox Local app. Our coverage will begin at 7:30 that morning on August 22nd and 7 a.m. on August 23rd. Meantime, a heads up for travelers flying out of DCA later this month. The FAA says that you can expect some delays for flights on August 23rd. All flights will be paused between 10:15 a.m. and 1:15 p.m. for the Freedom 250 Grand Prix. Similar flight delays were put in place for the 4th of July. Officials say the times may change and that travelers should check with their airline for the latest flight status. Meantime, $800 million or more in renovations could soon be coming to Terminal 1 at Reagan National Airport. The Metropolitan Washington Airport Authority says the possible expansion is based on a draft environmental study.
Low-key, it was just kind of small, so I think they should redo it, and if they do redo it, they got to make it bigger.
There's a lot of history here. I always enjoy walking through here.
But as far as security for the Capitol and the White House, I'm not sure. It should be turned into a museum and not used as an airport.
I like it here. I prefer this over Dulles.
Terminal 1 at Reagan includes Air Canada, Frontier, and Southwest Airlines. It could open as soon as 2031. The union representing 47,000 airport screeners now suing the TSA, accusing the agency of secretly pushing to privatize security checkpoint operations. The suit claims that the TSA ignored a Freedom of Information Act request regarding its Gold Plus initiative, a plan that would bring in private security contractors. So far, 3 airports across the country have announced plans to transition from TSA to Gold Plus. New images this morning coming in from Metro, updating a red line construction, crews prepping the Bethesda station for future connection with the Purple Line, and a new second mezzanine and escalators. They're also making progress on reconstructing platforms at Grosvenor Strathmore Station. The red line shutdown started on July 6th, expected to end on September 6th. There's currently free shuttle service at those impacted stations. Still ahead, thieves targeting a family while they try to bury their loved one at a local cemetery. What we're learning this morning from investigators. Plus, search and rescue crews racing across the clock to try to find survivors from yesterday's deadly earthquake in Colombia, where efforts stand this morning.